Hey there, Ulti Zeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy. In the last episode, we started the game, and our ears bled, and I killed a bunch of guys. And in this episode, we got 3 Mega Man 3 Roadmasters to fight, and I don't know who's and who, because they're not telling me. But we beat Hardman already, so we have the Hard Knuckle, which sure is a thing. I'll do cross symmetry, I guess. Needleman? Needleman, okay. So, does that mean Gemini Man and Magnet Man are the others in this lineup? But Hardman's only strong on Top Man. They're messing up the weakness order one way or the other, so who knows. I guess the thing is, like, because of the way the weakness order works in Mega Man 3, and, like, the fact that it's not really the most... It's like... There's 5 robots who are strong on each other, and then it becomes... 3 individually, all also strong against each other. Now I have a question for this game. If they were gonna have Needleman stage anyway, why did they put Needleman things into Woodman stage? As a teaser? Who knows? Anyways, I don't like these cannons. Can I hit them with Metal Blade? Or air shooter, maybe? That would be a good use of the air shooter. Try and do something clever, and just the answer's Metal Blade again. It's always Metal Blade. Even in Mega Man 3 stages, it's now always Metal Blade. Well, that was a unnecessary bit of design there. Okay, everything's going swimmingly. Needleman is a fan of me. Oh, the dragonflies. Well, I've got 4 E-Tanks now. I think I can fit a 5th if they'll let me. I'm not getting that. I earned it. The vibe I'm getting from this game so far is that it's surprisingly easy. We'll see if it pulls the rug out from under me, but... This room feels like it's straight out of Mega Man 3. It's so weird how, like, there are a couple rooms that are just, like, almost identical to their original counterparts. But then there's, like, most of the stages aren't. Oh, this guy. Goodbye, this guy. You're no Big Eye. The giant metal, Sniper Joe dude in mech armor, he wasn't even in this game. Or he doesn't get to be in the Game Boy, apparently. Alright, well, I don't know what they're gonna do to the weakness order. Let's just see if Hard Knuckle does anything to Needleman. It has less wind-up than on NES, and it does nothing. Okay. Let's see if anything else we have does anything. That binks. That does a little damage. That binks. Air shooter does something. Okay. Bye, Needleman. He doesn't like air, I guess. why that's a weakness to him at all. Why would a needle be afraid of air? You tell me. I mean, why would he be afraid of a Gemini? I don't know. Whatever the hell Gemini laser even is. Sometimes weaknesses, like, make sense in terms of, like, the kind of, like, theme it is, you know, like, oh, water beats fire, fire beats grass, grass beats air. Things like that. Or, like, Rolling Cutter versus Electman, like, you cut an electric wire, that sort of thing. But then you have things that are more, like, battle-oriented, so it's like, you got magnet missiles are strong on Hardman, because Hardman often stops in place, so, like, you can do that, or the Hard Knuckle versus Topman, because he's always grounded and is moving left and right, and so you can punch him like that, etc., etc. Search Snake Claws on the ceiling, and Gemini Man often jumps up really high, so you can, if he's on the ceiling, if a snake's on the ceiling, and Gemini Man can jump into it, that sort of thing. So the reason why Gemini Laser's strong on Needleman is because Needleman jumps around a lot all over the place, so Gemini Laser can bounce across the walls and have an easier time hitting him, in theory. Usually, in my experience, it just lags the game if you don't shoot him point blank, but that's beside the point. I don't know. I like talking. Let's go to this one. Spark? Spark. Is it a good sign or a bad sign that, like, for some of these stages, I just instantly recognize, like, what they're supposed to be, even, like, Game Boy palette, I'm like, oh, this is, like, this level design palette. Actually. Yeah, I'm not dealing with these. I had enough of them, thank you very much. Also, I have Rush Marine. I'm going to use it. Oh, wait, no! Okay, now I'm confused. Is this Top Man? Or Spark Man? Because that was a Top Man weapon. This is Top Man, okay. Never mind. So, now my whole thing is just a little more embarrassing. Can I Metal Blade you to death? I don't know if that was any stronger you or not, but yeah, this is Top Man. Okay. Well, whatever. I can't fire Metal Blade. How is the Game Boy dealing with this sprite flickering better than the NES? That feels embarrassing at this point. Okay, if it wasn't already immediately obvious before, this is a room lifted right out of Top Man. Okay, so we got Top Man then. So this is taking mostly of the fight. Huh. Do they think this was a challenge? Okay, so you can only have 4 E-Tanks, even though it looks like there's room for 5. Good to know. I haven't used the bombs on anything yet. I also think part of the reason why I immediately also thought Sparkman is because, like, this song sounds more like Sparkman than Top Man. It's got the Sparkman beat to it. Like, you know, Top Man's like da 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 down, ba da da down, ba da 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 down, da 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 down, da 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 down. So, like, this feels more like Sparkman. You know what? I don't care about doing this either. End the stage, please, if this is anything like the original. No, okay. Did I just... Huh. I was on Rush Jet, got the big energy, midway through I went to air, and it started filling up air with the big energy. Wonky. Maybe that's why... Maybe that's why originally, the games... freeze you in place. Alright. You're not Sparkman. Okay, that was easy. The fact that everything feels slower just makes a fight like Top Man really pathetic. Like, there's really not much you could do against, like, to fail that one. Even if he's first, he's like, what are you gonna do? It's Top Man, but also slower. Top spin, so... Is Shadow Man? I don't know, because, like, Needle Man is strong on Snake Man. Needle Man is weak to Gemini Man. Hard Man is weak to Magnet Missile. And Top Man is strong on Shadow Man. So this could be, like, nearly everybody except Sparkman. So watch me be Sparkman now. I'm trying to decide who I think this is, based on clouds and this music. The only guy with clouds in Mega Man 3 is Snake Man. Oh, no, Magnet Man. Okay. Right, Magnet Man starts out in an open area. Are these guys even doing anything to me? Okay, yes. Okay, so it's Magnet Man, then. Do-do-do-do-do. This sounds like Snake Man's theme, though. It doesn't sound like Magnet Man's theme. It's so weird how, like, some of these songs are, like, just barely enough. I have too many of those. I actually can't fit it, so it doesn't matter. It's so weird that some of the songs are, like, trying to be their original counterparts, and then others are just like this one. It's like, let's do our own thing! On the plus side, most of the songs haven't actually been too terrible since Metal Man. They haven't been great, but since Metal Man, they've at least been, like, you know, songs. Okay, those guys are gone. This isn't affecting me that far away. Good to know. Walkie men do their walkiness. Okay, well, first up, go away. As far as invisible block things, that's not really a bad segment, so I'll do it. I'll just rush jet my way up here, because... Okay, I can't recall Rush, he's just stuck over there. Alright, I'll be willing to do this one, because it's not over a pit. Okay, so interesting. It follows pretty heavily the Mega Man... Oh, I recognize this room. It follows pretty closely the Mega Man 3 style of Rush Jet. You know, I wanted to refill something, and I forgot why I was coming down there at all. So, that was just on me. Okay. Well, I'm here at the end of Magnet Man stage, so... I don't know. Don't, man! I hope it's not Topspin. Okay, it's Needleman. Wait, doesn't that mean Topspin's on... You use Topspin on Needleman? Or... Unless they changed up... Magnet Man lost his ability to, like, pull you in, apparently. Or either that or I got incredibly... lucky or unlucky? I don't know. Whatever. That's all 4 Mega Man 3 Robo Masters in this game down. We'll have to fight the other 4 in the next game. So what does that mean? Snake Man, Shadow Man, Gemini Man, and the Spark Man are going to be in the next game. Good to know. Alright. Well, what now? Okay. I have to pause to explain this because this is really fucking stupid, but I need the context for you guys. So, remember the Mega Man killers that I mentioned and how, like, Anchor was one of them from the previous game? This guy is the quote-unquote exception to the Mega Man killers. He sort of is one and sort of isn't. And he is the dumbest thing, I think, in the entirety of Mega Man, which is really impressively saying something. This is Quint. Do you know who Quint is? He's not a robot made by Dr. Wily. Quint is Mega Man from the future that Dr. Wily time-traveled to acquire, reprogrammed in the future, brought him back into the past, renamed him Quint, and gave him a pogo stick to attack Mega Man with. I don't get it either. Either what Wily was thinking in-universe, because that's completely nonsensical, and if you have reprogrammed Mega Man in the future, why not just try to take over the world in the future when there is no more Mega Man because you have Mega Man enslaved to you? Number 2, if Wily can attack Mega Man and reprogram him, why doesn't he do that to the current day Mega Man? And not the future one, which you would think has more combat experience. And then, like, even if you reprogram Mega Man and want to, like, cause a paradox by destroying the original Mega Man, and, like, the time travel rules work well enough in this universe that that's not going to erase Quint from existence and cause a paradox, why not give Quint all of the future Mega Man weapons that Mega Man would have had at that point? Instead, you give him a freaking pogo stick. Anyways, let's fight him now. And in case you thought I was joking about the pogo stick... So... yeah, this is Quint. Doesn't even get a boss music. What utter nonsense. Am I even gonna take damage to this guy? Nope. Okay. Good job, Wily. That was well worth the effort. That was well worth the nonsense that is Quint to put that in the game. You got Quint item, Sakugarne, which now means we have his pogo stick. Joy. Okay. Sorry, I just, like... Quint has so much to him, weirdly enough. Oh, hey, we're going to another space station. Quint has so much to him that's just like, why are you like this? That it's like... absolute nonsense. I couldn't just, like... Why are we in... Wily, why is your space station now themed around Salvatore Dali, of all things? Do I get a weapon refill? No, I don't. I still have all my E-tanks. I've gotten one game over and then haven't gotten another one since. I have had more than enough of my fill. Okay, well, I don't need the E-tanks, but if I do get a... Huh? Do I drop down? Oh, okay. That's no longer a cruel joke. Understood. Just in case I need it... I was like, damn, they're just gonna, like... Okay. This is an interesting kind of, like, room layout idea, typically, when they do something like this. Where it's like you go back and forth through a couple of things and, like, get to kind of see what you're going to be dealing with. They do it a couple times, and it's an idea I kind of like a lot. Alright, well, getting some actual use out of Rush Marine decently a lot. Don't need that health. Okay. Are we still underwater? Nope. Alright, I've learned my lesson about monkeys. Why even have some of these weapons in this game? Why? Like, my first thought was, oh, I'll just use the Metal Blade. But then I'm like, oh, but like, this guy is in the air. Air shooter would be perfect here. Like, what's even the frickin' point? Because, like, nothing even goes upwards. Does this go upwards? I don't think so. Leaf Shield sucks anyway. Like, Magnet Missile action, right? But, like, even that, like, look how much weapon energy that used compared to, like, how many Metal Blades it would have taken. Like, I like the Metal Blade being strong. That's cool. That's fine. The Metal Blade being a strong weapon is a good thing, honestly. The problem is that, like, I think the big problem with things in this situation is that all too often the other weapons absolutely suck. Like, it's not necessarily how often do you use the Metal Blade in Mega Man 2 or whatever, it's how often do you use anything else in that game. Okay. I mean, I could just, like, you know, brush jet this, but, like, some of these are, like, easy enough that it's like, yeah, I'll do it legitimately. Okay, well, is this the only stage in this? Am I almost done with this game? Or are there multiple stages? I don't know. Is it worth looking up? I'm gonna look it up. Yep, I'm about to fight the final boss. Okay, cool. Sure. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god, it's tiny. It's tiny! Yep. You know what? There's one in this stage already, anyway. Might as well. Yep. We're getting a new phase. I'm gonna keep fighting with the Buster. Because it seems to be working out pretty well. Ooh. Okay. I now see what I'm supposed to be doing. And... Alright. I mean, I know I used one E-Tank, but... What weapon am I getting from him? We're just leaving him... Okay. Well, he runs away. And we've equipped a weapon to rush. I guess this is the weapon we got. And Wily dies, crashing back to Earth. Yeah, that's pleasant. Okay. Game's exploding. Have Sue be. Alright, we're getting another enemy thing instead of the names of the developers that worked on this game. I guess that was Mega Man 2. What an? That was nonsense. That was incredibly easy. And really underwhelming. I'm ready to move on from this, frankly. Komasaburo. I've also only been playing for an hour, like... Again, that was half the length of Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge for me. Because, honestly, there were some difficult parts of Dr. Wily's Revenge that, like, at the very least, took me time to do. But everything about this was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, so... Paturkey. I will... Honestly, this session, I'm probably just gonna play Mega Man 3 for the Game Boy immediately after this. Because this is 2 days after I did Dr. Wily's Revenge. I just played that game in one day. But I can do Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 followed up. Because, I mean, might as well. I'm already fighting Mega Man 3 Robot Masters and stuff. But yeah, this was not a good game. It was like... I suppose it's, like, acceptable in a couple of areas. It's not, like, terrible. But it's incredibly underwhelming. I think is the main thing. It's just underwhelming. That guy's called Shotman? What? That guy's not in the game! Huh? That guy didn't... That guy's normally in Heatman stage, and the Wily Castle stages, but there wasn't a Heatman in this game. That guy wasn't in this game. What? Why was he here? Did I somehow just not see him at any point in the stage? Alright, 2 Rabbits with you, sure, whatever. Fine, I'll give you the quote, but with the actual name, 2 Rabbits with you. Cook? Cook? I don't want to cook the ostrich. That's probably, like... Well, I mean, it's a bird. It would probably taste great. But, like... Who cooks ostriches? Pooty Goblin. Yes. Well... Yep. There's a lot of enemies to go through, huh? And not a single developer. We'll never know who worked on this game. They were embarrassed to put their names on it, I guess. Either that, or this is just, like, a point when, like, developers were still not getting credit, so they just didn't even think they needed to put credit in the games. I mean, like, a lot of NES and Game Boy games have fake credits or no credits, and it's awkward and annoying. No matter how iffy I think the game is, the developers still deserve to have their names here, so... Oops. It's not really an oops, it's more of a... That's annoying and stupid. But I'm pretty certain at this point, like, you can probably figure out who... They probably... I don't know, I guess I probably shouldn't say that, probably. But they might, online somewhere, have some sort of documentation on who worked on these games. I don't know, maybe by Mega Man 3 they'll start giving the credits properly. Who knows? I don't know. Quint, you stuck. Also, he's green and not blue. I feel like that's also worth pointing out. For whatever reason, Quint is green and not blue, despite being Mega Man from the future. Okay. Yes. Okay, I was gonna say, like, are you going to say thank you or anything at all? Alright, thank you for playing. Presented by... Capcom. Our... Capcomer. Alright, well... Mega Man 2. Right. No, I was expecting this to be, like, maybe 3 episodes. Instead, it was even shorter than before. So, see you next time for Mega Man 3 for the Game Boy. That one will be... weird, probably. If these last 2 ones have been anything to go by, it will be weird. See you then. Oh, and the music will be better. That much I can pretty much guarantee.